After watching through this peak series twice and reading the manga, my rankings would have to look something like this. I was once a part of the Church of Miku, however maturing is realizing that Nino is best girl, but Itsuki actually has a pretty valid case for best Quint. Yes, there's a difference between best girl and best Quint, but wait. That ain't even the point of this video. Aside from Ichika, I could make a case for any of them being best Quint, but the general rule of thumb is that the only one who can be a Quint is a Quint. Thanks to CappedOutKenny, who is infamous for having the worst takes in history, there has been a disturbance in the force. A level of blaspheming so atrocious that I couldn't let it slide. Sasuke Uchiha versus the Quintessential Quintuplets. Let's cover some of the most prominent abilities on both ends of this death battle, and unless you're a brain dead random, then by the end of this video I'm certain that you'll understand why, minus Ichika, the Quintuplets all scale much higher than Sasuke does. But before we get into any of that, let's run this intro, alright? Okay, now that we're back, I think I should give a full disclaimer here and say that, like all of the rest of Blazeson's anime discussion videos, this is going to be the most unbiased video you'll ever watch or listen to. Let's take a look at Sasuke's moveset and then take a look at the Quintuplets' movesets too. Also, by the way, in advance, the Sharrinnegan and its abilities would have almost no impact on this battle, just out the muscle, but I'll be brushing over the biggest factors in this battle and debunking them all. So let's start with the fundamentals. Sasuke's different abilities involving fire. Let's be completely real now, none of his fire jutsu are doing anything. However, on the topic of fire, Amaterasu is pretty dangerous, if it wasn't the Quints we were talking about right now. Amaterasu produces black flames at the focal point of the user's vision. Once created, the flames will not stop burning until their target is completely incinerated. Now, why is that completely ineffective in a fight against these girls? Well, it's because of the power of the third sister, Miku. With complete control over fire, Miku is not only immune to Amaterasu, but with her newfound ability to cook, not only would she be immune to the Amaterasu's heat, but she would also use the flames to cook up a good meal. Alright, cool. Now that Amaterasu is a non-factor, let's move on to Sasuke's next ability, Genjutsu. Genjutsu allows for Sasuke to put his opponent under an illusion of his choice. It's extremely OP when used properly and not against a master of Genjutsu like Itachi. But I'm afraid for Sasuke that on the side of the Quintuplets, we have a sister that would nullify the effects of a Genjutsu completely. The fifth and baby sister, Itsuki. Genjutsu is created when a ninja controls the chakra flow of a target's cerebral nervous system, thereby affecting their five senses. It can also be used to manipulate others, similar to brainwashing, by feeding the victim elusive suggestions. We're not going to bring up that the Quints don't have chakra, because there's many different variants of chakra, so let's just push that aside. Even still, Itsuki is the most stubborn of the Quints, meaning that if she doesn't want to believe something, she won't. Out the muscle and off pure stubbornness alone, Itsuki's automatically immune to any and all forms of Genjutsu used on her. Alright, so far Sasuke's completely outmatched, as we can see. So let's see what would happen if we threw in another fighter into the mix. I'm not exactly sure if Sasuke can still do it, but at one point in time he was able to use summoning jutsu to summon a giant snake. While having a giant snake would make for a much better fight than Sasuke alone, the fact that it happens to be a snake is actually a huge disadvantage. Why? The eldest sister, Ichika. The eldest sister, Ichika, has proven to not only be a snake, but according to one of my polls, she's one of the biggest snakes in all of anime. Ichika as the alpha snake would have complete control over Sasuke's snake to the point where just not even summoning it would be better for Sasuke than having to fight against his own summon. Now here is Sasuke's ability which I initially believed would cause the most trouble for the Quintessential Quints, his Susanoo. However, it has been shown that powerful physical attacks such as Tsunade's Taijutsu or the Raikage have been able to brute force their way through a Susanoo. While it may seem like the ultimate defense against these girls, one of our sisters actually possesses tremendous physical strength. The fourth sister, Yotsuba. People preach brains over bronze, but Yotsuba is the peak example of bronze over brains. Not only is she a terrific physical specimen, but her true potential has yet to ever be revealed. Her speed scales so high that she's able to escape people in plain sight, and she has been shown strong enough to be able to capture her sisters with minimal effort. The reason why that's so impressive will come back up soon. So, Sasuke's been on the offensive for quite a little bit. Now let's give our girls a chance to fight back. The second sister and best character in the series, Nino, has been shown to be the most social and charismatic of the Quints. So getting Sasuke to drop his guard would be no problem considering how lame he is. Once his guard is down, Nino would be able to take him down in one attack. How? Her drugs. It's a common misconception that Sasuke is immune to poison, but it's just that he has a decent resistance to it. However, if potent enough, it will have effect as seen with Orochimaru's blood, which Nino Cosby's drugs are at least 17 times more potent than. It's safe to say that in that case, Nino, if given the right opportunity, is capable of one-shotting Sasuke. But let's look at some of Sasuke's abilities that have yet to be hard countered. The Rinnegan, or Sharrinnegan in this case, Shinra Tensei, Chibaku Tensei, Edo Tensei, Mushoku Tensei, it does not matter. As stated by Futaro, the Quints are pretty heavy, whether that be the weight of or it be some gravity altering power that they possess. The fact remains that they are much too heavy to be moved by almighty pull or push. Next, Sasuke can swap places with people or things, but yeah, I guess I'll include that for the heck of it, even if it changes absolutely nothing. With this Sharrinnegan, Sasuke also has the ability to dimension hop, and I'll be completely honest with you, unless he's trying to run away, this is a horribly useless ability when fighting these girls. And the sixth path jutsu is hard countered, but that's a video of its own. The quintuplets have no weaknesses other than loving too much, being dumb, and being complete softies. Sasuke may have better IQ and battle IQ, but it means nothing when you are absolutely stat stomped by your opponent. All 5 of these girls are specialists. Ichika is a good trickster and liar. Sasuke is highly susceptible to being deceived. Nino is the toughest sister and good at knocking people out with drugs. She also nullifies all of Sasuke's lightning element jutsu with her electrifying personality. Miku is the most lovable sister, which will weaken Sasuke's resolve, plus she's immune to all fire jutsu. Yotsuba is physically the strongest sister and possesses immeasurable strength, speed, and reflexes. And finally, Itsuki is the most stubborn, so Genjutsu won't work. So now that we've broken down why Sasuke can't beat each of these Quints one-on-one, it raises the question, okay, if Sasuke can't use Amaterasu on Miku because of her fire resistance, then why wouldn't he just use it on one of the other 4? That is a valid question, and I'm glad you asked. However, I do in fact have an answer for you all. In this manga, we have a set of principles called the quote-unquote quintuplets rule. These state that anything one sister has should be shared among the others. Whether that be happiness, then they all share it. If it's sadness, then they all share it. In this case, if it's Miku's invulnerability to fire, then they all share it. Are you getting it now? Any counter that one of the sisters has for Sasuke's abilities, they all share it amongst each other. There is no sister stronger than another in terms of powers and movesets. And so even if you still aren't convinced and we give Sasuke the benefit of the doubt in saying that he could last longer than 5 seconds against these 5 girls, his stamina and chakra drain will lead to his demise after enough time. Unlike the Quints, Sasuke has very limited energy at his disposal. Sasuke may be a more popular character, but I can tell you with utmost certainty that in a death battle, and no matter how many times he tries, he will never beat the quintessential quintuplets in a fight. And that's the video. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. If you don't know what to do, then that's okay, boo-boo. Can I stop trying to rhyme? Bro, I'm not... Stay on script. There is no script right now. I'm freeballing. Freeballing? Pause? Triscuits? Okay, Hexburkits? Go ahead down to the comments below and comment on more reasons that I may have missed as to why the quintessential quintuplets dog Sasuke in a fight. If you're still convinced that Sasuke beats the quintuplets, then comment a reason why, or make a response video debunking this, and I'll tell you every single reason why you're wrong and why you're the biggest idiot of 2022. I'm gonna catch y'all boys and girls in the next one. Alright, we out this piece. Yup.